Hi, it's Sam Heifel from Entertainment Weekly. I am here at New York Comic Con with the cast of Shadowhunters. Like a lot of the cast. You guys really came out in full. I like it.
Of course, that's what we do.
Appreciate it.
We always roll.
We're afraid to go anywhere alone at this point.
We got our pack leader here.
Okay, I want to start season 2. Jocelyn's back. Obviously, huge things. I imagine will affect everything, but especially I'm interested for Clary and Luke, kind of, if you guys can speak to how her return maybe affects your characters a bit.
Take it away.
Well, I mean, my heart is affected by Jocelyn's return, and all I can say is that you see some serious just intimacy and love between the two of them. That's what people want.
Yeah, it's true. Steamy. One to love.
Okay.
Do we already have a shipper name for that?
Lucilla.
Lucilin. Lucilin?
Right on
It
there,
doesn't exactly flow off the
You were
tongue
gonna say
very
Jocelyn.
easily.
You were gonna say Jocelyn.
Jocelyn.
I've heard Jocelyn.
That sounds like a dinosaur.
Jocelyn would have been
Dinosaur. Like, I imagine it kind of small. Like, oh, don't worry about him. That's Jocelyn.
It sounds like a dog name, not a dinosaur name.
Yeah.
But for Clary as well, Jocelyn being awake is it causes a lot of problems because she still sees Clary as a little girl, and Clary has grown and matured so much. And what?
I'll just co-sign.
Steve got me.
With the deep voice of
But in all seriousness, their relationship is very tempestuous because she wants nothing more than for her mother to see her as a shadow hunter and see her as more of an adult. But getting that to happen is a bit challenging.
You've been around for like 2 weeks.
Yeah, when we go back through the actual, how long the timeline of season 1 versus
How long is
season
it?
2.
Like a week? It's like 19 days.
19
yeah.
days.
But I was more of a shadow hunter than I was 19 days ago.
Yeah,
that's true.
I'm more tanned than I was 19 days ago. What's your point?
I am not.
No, you're not. Yeah, it doesn't work for you that way, huh?
It's really only 19 days?
Yeah.
From
Is
beginning
so is season 2
The
like
whole
another
book
19
series
days?
is like season 2 is 1 day. It's just 1 day. Not even a full 24 hours.
Episode 4 of season 2 is 19 days.
Yeah, it's been actually been 7 hours and 19
Oh,
days.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Okay.
That changes a lot of things. I didn't even realize that.
Yeah, it
Such a
happens
tight
real quick.
timeline.
Yeah. Okay, well, we ended with Jace obviously going off with Valentine. How is this experience going to affect him? Maybe change him a bit as a character?
I can't tell you. Next question.
I think it changes everybody else.
Yes.
more.
Yeah, I
Because
think it
affects
does
everyone else.
actually, yeah.
It's selfish of him to think that it only affects him. And
Yeah.
that's no common problem with Jace and anyone else.
I
Honestly,
feel like we
it's-
argued last time we did this interview, man.
we did.
We've done so well all day, and then the second
Well,
we
it's
step
the end.
in
But
here,
look, you're not listening to the things that matter. Alec is suffering.
it just doesn't happen to have been the question, Matthew.
Yeah, but you can't answer that question because it would give away too much of the plot.
I can answer that question perfectly, I'll have you know.
All right, let's see it.
It's going to affect Jace thoroughly, but unfortunately, the manner in which it happens is something that I can't divulge right now. But he's going to be tried and tested, and he's going to be given new information and new questions, and he has to re-evaluate who he is as a human being, as a Nephilim, before he returns to the Shadowhunter group. You're welcome.
Well, and as Matt was saying, it does affect all of the characters. It gives everybody this extra drive because we're all trying to find a way to get Jace back.
Yeah.
Sure. Does season 2s of shows always just intrigue me because there can be the sophomore slump. A lot of times it's the best season of a show. There are all these things.
Oh yeah, this
But-
one's gonna be amazing. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be dark and sexy and mature and the best.
Preach.
Yeah.
Switch.
Well said, Amaran.
But just, like this time last year, you guys were just getting into it. Now that you've kind of lived with these characters for a little bit, does it feel like really different to you? Is there kind of a distinctive like season 1, season 2 vibe?
Oh yeah, for sure.
There's
Yeah.
a whole
The
different
show,
feel
yeah.
to the
Yeah.
show, season
Yeah.
2. It almost feels like a second season 1
It does.
to me.
Very
I
much
felt
so.
like I had to. I made this like analogy before. I was like, it was like I wore a pair of shoes for a whole year and then didn't wear them for like 6 months and put them back on again.
I think more like a prologue. Like season 1 was a prologue, and now we're
Yeah.
actually
That's a good way to
I
put
kind
it.
of thought
Yeah,
season
I
1
like
was
my
like,
idea better.
Good job, buddy.
Yeah,
well,
killing
season
it.
1's kind of like college, and then
Yeah.
season 2 is like real world.
No,
Like,
go back to my.
No, it's exactly right what Matthew was saying because we set up all the characters, we set up all the relationships, we introduce people to the world, and now we get to mess with these characters a little bit. We get to force them into situations that they wouldn't have been in before that makes them make difficult choices.
It's also we're like good and in the story now. Like
Right.
we're really
Sure.
doing things as opposed to like kind of a lot of dialogue being like, oh, and then this happens with these people because you don't know and nobody else knows, and like a lot of expositional,
Yeah.
Like this year, it's like missions. We're doing our thing. We've got objectives, and we have to achieve those.
And we
have
get
to
to
get
go
them
into
done.
each individual as they try to achieve these
Yeah.
objectives.
Exactly.
Each individual shows.
Yeah,
And
that's a way of
changes.
putting it.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Okay. Is Simon kind of like getting a grip on things? I feel like he's
Getting a grip.
They're getting the- yeah, he in a sense he is. He's kind of starting to understand a little bit more of the shadow world. He's still extremely new, so he doesn't really know what to do with a lot of the information he gets. He's still very much trying to figure it out, but he's starting to learn how to be a vampire. He's starting to make those first vampire mistakes and getting past them and growing. So there's a lot of that.
They
Yeah.
say that most habits are formed after 21 days. So he's only on day 19.
Two more days and he'll master
2 more days.
He's gonna be a perfect vampire from there on out.
so by season 3 he'll be at 21
Oh,
days.
by episode 7, I think, if we keep doing it this way, episode 7, you're all good. You're set. Yeah.
Which I think is not true at all. There's still so much for him to figure out.
By 2021.
But
Yeah,
what's
let's
great
hope
about
so,
it
right?
too is that Clary going into the shadow world pulled Simon and Clary apart for a little while, but now that they're both firmly cemented in that world, it's bringing them closer together
And
again.
then Simon has a role where he feels as though that he's getting more strength, and he could take over the role of the protector, which we saw Jace kind of be in season
100%.
1.
Yeah, I think he's more. I almost think you see yourself as more of an asset to the world now.
Yeah, I kind of start to. Yeah, that was
Become
a
a
really way of
liaison.
putting it. I
Yeah.
couldn't say it.
Although
Sorry.
he becomes a liaison between the
guys are
vampires and
very
the Shadowhunters
successfully
and the
turning this
werewolves.
What do you
into a
have
real
to
interview. It's really incredible.
Yeah.
It's true.
As opposed to a free-for-all, which is how it started.
this argument. We just want
Let's turn it back to being a free-for-all. Let's all just yell over each other.
Freeform.
Great.
Yeah, freeform. Way to work that
Freeform.
in. All right, well, thank you guys so much for stopping
Oh,
by.
we can't end
That
it
was
like
it,
that.
no.
Let's do something else. Yeah.